Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks Some More. Now, before I get started, just wanted to let you know I uploaded 2 videos yesterday. They are not on YouTube, too spicy for YouTube, and they are at hugotalks.com. One about Eric Clapton, talking about his reaction to the jab, and he also mentions Hugo Talks, oddly enough. And then we have another video about mysterious mosquito UK warning in the press, which was removed. So check them out and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com to get notifications of all uploaded videos, as many are now not going to be on YouTube. Now, I want to talk about this article in the Daily Mail because it's a good example of the control grid that the jab passport is leading to, and hopefully it may make some people think a little bit more about the road you are being directed down. Budget welfare crackdown as more Aussies are forced onto cashless Centrelink card that prevents spending on booze, gambling and smokes, while immigrants are banned from payment for 4 years. So yeah, that is a very convoluted headline from the Daily Mail, but basically what they are doing in Australia is they are now forcing people on the dole onto a cashless Centrelink debit card under a huge expansion of the scheme in the federal budget. Is this the precursor for the universal basic income? Maybe. It then goes on to say the cashless Centrelink cards cannot be used to buy items like alcohol, gambling and cigarettes, but only on necessities like groceries. It continues, under the controversial scheme, 80% of welfare recipients' Centrelink payment goes directly onto the card rather than into their bank account, preventing it being wasted on unnecessary spending, they say. Now, we know across the world they are looking to bring in a cashless society. They want this to eventually and seamlessly tie in with the health passport. In the UK, for example, Rishi Sunak has put together a group to organise the UK's first digital currency. Now, as I've said on here before, all roads lead to the passport. This is the digital trap they are setting up for you. I told you that the NHS app that they got so many people to download onto their phones early on was always planned to be transformed into the passport. And that is what they have done. And they will follow China's lead and introduce a social credit system in order to control and moderate people's behaviour and measure their carbon footprint. And all your banking and access to finances will be locked into it, and access to services, and more so. And with this, they will have complete control over how you live your life. And this story in Australia is a great example with a digital currency. I mean, they could create variations of that currency which could ban you from buying certain items, as can be seen here in Australia, with people on the dole not being able to use the digital currency to buy any alcohol or fags or gambling, taking away your freedom of choice. They are making decisions for you. This type of micromanagement over your spending would be easily controlled in a cashless world and a digital ID framework. And I can easily see this being used to stop people buying items that the government don't want you to buy, especially regarding their issue of environment, which they are so obsessed with. Like, for example, putting limits on how much meat you can buy, or how much petrol or diesel you can buy in a week, limiting your travel options, and so on. The possibilities are limitless. It's just another level of control. Similar to the smart meters they have been putting everywhere. Once again, with a digital system, you know they can easily put limits on how much you spend, what you spend it on. Just like with the smart meters, they could in the future put a limit on how much electricity your household can use. It's all about control. And when you downloaded that NHS app, that was the first step of going down that road, and you weren't even told what it was going to be back then. All of what I have mentioned, I'm sure, is going to happen if people are foolish enough to accept a health passport. Going to a football match, going for a week's holiday is not worth you giving up your freedom for and handing over control of your life to the government. It's not worth it, is it? Come on. I know they say it's going to be temporary, but do you believe them? There is no intention of it being temporary. So, don't say you haven't been warned. As always, thanks for listening. Come and subscribe to the tribe at hugotalks.com, and I'll see you later.